Imagine this. You're a young hunter-gatherer, the morning air biting at your exposed skin as you trek across a vast, dew-kissed plain. Your breath plumes in front of you, a fleeting ghost in the chilly dawn. Then, you freeze. There, in the distance, a colossal, shaggy silhouette emerges from the mist, its immense curved tusks glinting, a humped back, swaying rhythmically as it calmly strips leaves from a shrub. This isn't a myth whispered around a crackling fire, or a faded drawing on a cave wall. This is real. This is a woolly mammoth, alive and breathing, right there in front of you. When we hear extinct animals, our minds typically conjure images of dinosaurs, sabre-toothed cats, or leviathanic sea monsters, creatures lost to the unfathomable depths of geological time. But here's the electrifying truth. Some of the most breathtaking extinct animals weren't just ancient fossils encased in museum glass. Our direct ancestors walked alongside them. They hunted them, told epic tales of their encounters, and in a profound and complex way, might have even played a hand in their vanishing. This is the story of those extraordinary beings, the giants who shared the earth with us. They were creatures we feared, admired, and immortalized on cave walls. They aren't the stuff of science fiction. They are woven into the very fabric of our history. And once you truly grasp their existence, your perception of extinction will be irrevocably transformed. The final ice age, known as the Pleistocene epoch, concluded a mere 11,700 years ago, and it was anything but docile. Earth's ecosystems were bursting with life, yet it was a life unlike anything you'd witness on an African savanna today. This was the age of Megafauna, a parade of giant animals. Back then, behemoths roamed nearly every continent. Elephants cloaked in shaggy fur, grizzly bears that dwarfed their modern descendants, beavers the size of sofas, and flightless birds with unnervingly intelligent stares. It was a world both familiar and gargantuan, and we, Homo sapiens, were right there in it. When our ancestors first ventured out of Africa, approximately 70,000 years ago, they stepped into a world populated by creatures whose lineages had thrived for hundreds of thousands, even millions of years. Yet, within a few fleeting millennia of our arrival, most of these large species vanished. Coincidence? Perhaps. But let's delve deeper. Let's begin with the undisputed rock star of the Ice Age, the woolly mammoth. More than just oversized elephants, mammoths were living, breathing, cold-weather fortresses. They were draped in thick, insulating fur, carried a hump of blubber like an inbuilt duvet, and wielded enormous tusks capable of sweeping aside deep snow to uncover hidden vegetation. Mammoths once roamed vast stretches of Europe, Asia, and North America, and humans didn't just observe them. We hunted them. We even lived in houses constructed from their bones. In Ukraine and Russia, astonishing circular structures built from mammoth bones, each with an inner fireplace, have been unearthed, dating back over 15,000 years. In the celebrated Chauvet Cave in France, humans painted incredibly detailed representations of mammoths onto the cavern walls. Pictures so vivid, you can almost discern different mammoth species. And here's the astonishing twist. Woolly mammoths didn't entirely become extinct thousands of years ago. A small, isolated population clung to survival on Wrangel Island in the Arctic Sea until a mere 4,000 years ago, a time when the first Egyptian pyramids were already standing. Imagine that. While pharaohs ruled in the sun-drenched lands of Egypt, a handful of solitary mammoths still roamed the distant, snow-swept northern wastes. When talk turns to extinct predators, Smilodon, the saber-toothed cat, invariably dominates the conversation, and for good reason. Smilodon was not a true tiger, nor was its stocky build and immense forelimb strength typical of modern lions. It was a distinct genus within the Felidae, cat family. Possessing those iconic banana-shaped canines that could slice flesh with surgical precision, Smilodon was likely less of a long-distance pursuit hunter and more of a powerful ambush predator. Early humans didn't merely observe these fearsome beasts. They competed for survival alongside them. In both North and South America, humans arrived in a world where Smilodon was a formidable predator. Fossils from the La Brea tar pits in California vividly illustrate this shared existence and shared demise between these powerful cats and the earliest human colonizers. Some of these very fossils even bear the scars of battle, perhaps against formidable prey, rival predators, or, unsettlingly, in confrontations with early humans. Forget the slow, tree-dwelling sloths of today. Their ancestors were true monsters. Meet Megatherium, the ground sloth, a creature that could rear up on its hind legs to an astounding height of over 20 feet, taller than a giraffe. It possessed scythe-like claws and weighed as much as a car. These colossal herbivores were hunted by humans. In South American caves, sloth bones have been discovered with distinct cut marks, unequivocal evidence that humans butchered them for meat. Astonishingly, even ancient sloth tracks have been found with human footprints imprinted nearby. Imagine it. You're tracking this immense, slow-moving creature. Your tribe is starving, and this beast is essentially a walking mountain of flesh. It's no wonder we pursued them. Now, let's venture to Australia, where the ancient world only gets stranger. Approximately 50,000 years ago, when humans first set foot on this continent, they were confronted by a formidable bird named Genyornis newtoni. Genyornis was one of a group of colossal flightless birds known as thunderbirds, or mihirungs. It stood an incredible 7 feet tall, weighed over 500 pounds, and boasted a beak powerful enough to crack bone. And yes, humans likely ate its eggs. Scientists have unearthed ancient cooking fires alongside fragments of burnt Genyornis eggshells at archaeological sites. While few other creatures might easily crack open a 3-pound egg, resourceful humans with their tools and intelligence certainly could. The unsettling truth is that Genyornis became extinct shortly after humans arrived in Australia. Coincidence? Perhaps. But this unsettling pattern repeats itself time and time again. North America today boasts deer, bears, and bison. Impressive, certainly, but during the Ice Age it was home to camels, colossal armadillos, and lions even larger than their modern African counterparts. Yes, camels. They, along with horses, actually evolved in North America, only to vanish there while thriving elsewhere in the world. Then there was the short-faced bear, Arctodus simus, one of the largest land carnivores to ever exist. Standing an intimidating 12 feet tall on its hind legs, it could run nearly 40 miles per hour. Fossil records suggest it likely scavenged off kills made by other predators, or perhaps even by humans. And let's not forget the glyptodons. Picture an armadillo that eerily resembled a safari-ready Volkswagen Beetle, complete with a formidable clubbed tail. Even the American cheetah, an extinct species, is one of the reasons why modern pronghorn antelope can still sprint at an astonishing 60 miles per hour. They co-evolved to outrun a predator that no longer exists. The central question remains, what became of these magnificent creatures? Some scientists propose that climate change played a significant role. The Ice Age concluded, temperatures rose, and habitats shifted. This theory certainly holds merit. However, the uncomfortable truth lies in the near-perfect timing of these extinctions, with the arrival of humans. As humans spread across North America, over 70% of the continent's megafauna vanished within a few thousand years. In Australia, most of the large mammals disappeared just a few millennia after humans landed. This isn't about assigning blame. It's about gaining profound insight. Early humans didn't wield machine guns or chainsaws. They used spears and fire, but they possessed unparalleled intelligence. They cooperated in sophisticated groups. They adapted. And when they entered new, pristine ecosystems, the delicate balance irrevocably shifted. These were not random losses. These were reconfigured ecosystems. A cosmic reset button, activated by the most cunning and adaptable new players on the scene, us. Remarkably, these creatures not only coexisted with us, but became deeply embedded in our narratives. In Europe, the famous caves of Lascaux and Chauvet are adorned with breathtaking paintings of bison, lions, mammoths, and more. Some of these depicted animals were extinct, even by the time they were painted, living on solely in memory, perhaps even in legend. In North America, Native American oral traditions feature intricate accounts of giant animals that strikingly correlate to extinct megafauna. In Australia, Aboriginal legends describe colossal lizards and birds that no longer roam the continent, but possibly once did. These aren't mere bedtime stories. They are resonant echoes of real-life experiences, recollections painstakingly handed down from generation to generation. So, why does discussing creatures that no longer walk the earth still matter? Because their stories are far from concluded. The vital lessons gleaned from their disappearances resonate profoundly with our present. Tragically, we are currently living through another mass extinction event, one driven by habitat destruction, global warming, and undeniably by human actions. But unlike past extinctions, this isn't unfolding over thousands of millennia. It's happening at a terrifying pace. Learning about how past humans coexisted with and impacted other species offers a stark mirror to our actions today. It serves as a powerful reminder that we are intrinsically part of nature, not separate from it. And it compels us to confront an even more fundamental question. Are we writing the final chapter of someone else's fossil story? Next time you stand before the towering skeleton of a mammoth in a museum, or witness ancient cave art in a documentary, or even observe a deer effortlessly sprinting across a field, pause. Remember, our ancestors walked among giants. They pursued them. They painted them. They remembered them. And if you listen closely enough, you can still hear their stories, whispering from beneath your very feet.